Hello, my name is Janssen, and today I'll be demonstrating my final Capstone performance system, which I made in Pure Data. So, to begin, I guess a bit of background regarding this. Initially, I was very inspired by the Max MSP software L-Loop, or the more modern version, Pool, which takes modules similar to these that you can see on screen, just very simple things, so a sampler, a reverb, a clipper, but puts it all together in a very configurable setup where everything is modular and you can chain anything to anything. I've coded this in Pure Data in a way where I can just type in any module I want, so sampler, and then it appears there with inputs and various, well, audio ins, I should say, and various other inputs, including modulation input, which not only allows for modulation of nearly any parameter of any module, it also allows for the saving and recalling of presets. And especially for performing, I have coded together a bunch of smaller little modules, as you can see here, here, and elsewhere, mainly in subpatches, which are controlled by an APC40, an Akai MIDI controller. And so I have a foot switch here, which I can just press and it does that. And then I have various clip stops which I can press. And the way I've configured this is if I want to get a foot switch anywhere in any patch, I just type in APC foot switch. And then I have that. And I have a range for the foot switch so I can make it output any value I want. And I can also just trigger it manually with my mouse. And after unarming those tracks, what I would like to do now is, as this is quite a nice pretty loop, I'll just press one of my buttons to disable the time multipliers. Which creates a very interesting glitchy stuttery texture. And bringing up this pitch over here, which is routed to channel 2, which is also receiving feedback from this delay looper. Arming this sampler down here, and now recording. And now I've recorded the output of this pitch into this sampler, and using one of my buttons, I enable the reverse. With other presets I've set up here, you're able to easily hear when things are played, and even hear some of the melody. And now here are my visuals which I used on the night, organized in a similar structure of 3 duplicate videos layered on top of each other, with the background being apparent. Now, creating these visuals, I took some B-roll which I had recorded, and using Premiere's overlay features, I was able to warp them together, mangle them, and distort them into this grotesque visual texture. However, I found this to be a bit static. So what I did was I loaded that alongside the movie Paris, Texas into Touch Designer, and then overlaid them with each other, manipulated them, and while it is a fairly simple technique that I used, it had great results where there was this unhuman movement going on over the top of this very kind of natural and human movie. It's Paris, Texas isn't something which makes use of a whole lot of video effects. It's very straightforward, and to warp that in a way that resulted in something so chaotic and so disgusting, I felt complimented. It complemented my performance really well, as with this pure data patch here. I only inputted a guitar, but then coming out of it was overpowering.